Hi folks, we're looking at the cable here on the M1 chart. I'm hopefully going to demonstrate a little bit of scalping for you using THV. That would be something I'm sure many people will be interested in. The first thing for me is that I'm actually on the I'm in the Asian session, and one of the first things I want to check is that I've got enough movement to move during the Asian session. So volatility's got to already be occurring, and it appears to be okay. We've got about 38 pips so far. I usually aim for around 40. Trend is kind of, well, price action is range bound at the moment. My expectation is that we may not breach this H1 high here, and we may stay contained within this channel here, being range bound. Price is kind of on the stochastics has come up and is kind of just struggling a little bit. If we go back over to the M1 time frame on our THV setup, we can see that the fast tricks is just about crossing the slow tricks, and we've got a good trend line going up for our M1. I've just removed the coral for now, just because I can trade without the coral. I'm looking for a breach of the cloud here, and if the cloud gets breached and this trend line gets breached, I could be in for a short trade. Where are we in relation to our pivots? Well, this is where we are. So daily pivots up here, the first support's down here, so not too worried. Spread's okay. We're sitting at 2 for the spread, and the whole distance here from top to bottom is at the moment 32 pips. So just hopefully a couple of little scalp trades, and just pause for a sec until one sets up. So what we're seeing is the trend line's been breached, the cloud's been broken, we've had a close below the cloud. This is on the M1 time frame. We've got we're playing off the fact that there was bearish divergence here. I've entered the trade because we've got a cross of the fast tricks with the slow tricks. So now we just got to see whether the trade develops. The stop can be really small. I think I've got probably about a 5 pip stop, so I'll just move this line down into play so I can show you kind of where that's kind of sitting. So we're about 59.20 is our stop there, and so it's not a bad setup. So we just got to wait for the trade to kind of develop a bit. We could probably, I'm probably a little bit high on that stop there. I'll probably just take it. It's got to be plus the spread above here, and the spread at the moment's 2, so I want to kind of be above that point by 2. So 2 is about there. So yeah, it really does need to be about 20. So we really are doing about an 8 pip stop. So let's see whether we get something out of this little trade. Well, as you can see, the trade is starting to move up here. I'm kind of just about at break even. Got into the trade just here, and price continued up, trying to break back past the trend line, and finally we've got a break of a clearer break from the cloud and breaking the coral here. I guess a lot of people would probably enter the trade right at this point. If we're looking at the M5 time frame, the rules are just about set up. You can see that happening just here, and fast tricks has just crossed the slow tricks. M1, we're certainly pulling downwards here, so just going to monitor the trade and see what we can get out of it. No need to have a huge stop. We don't want to be wasting pips if we can. And here we go on the M5, just looking at what's going on. So came up as I thought, a nice set of resistance up the top here. That's what we're trading off. It's probably going to head back down to this here before it does a little bit of a stall. When it stalls about that point, we'll probably be looking at getting out, which is around the 159 area. So just a short scalp. We can see it here again. So go back to THV, check what's happening. we'll come back on a sec and show you how this is shaped up. Oh, we'll just check the M5, see what's going on here. So on the M5, you know, we've broken the trend line, now turning down this way, coming through the cloud. If people were working off the M5, they'd be getting in very shortly, but for me, I'm already in based on the M1. Okay, so at this point we can see that we've made an easy 10 pips here, just on a quick scalp. That's a 1-for-1 risk-reward ratio. Quite straightforward, really. So yeah, that's how you scalp using a THV. We still might have just a little bit more movement here. Just remember, we got in back here. If we really wanted to follow the M1 rules absolutely to a T, we probably wouldn't have got until about here, which is pretty much the same amount, but we probably could have had a shorter stop loss. And the M5 chart, yeah, this is what we're seeing. We got in back here, but you know, if you're doing the M5 rules, you'd probably get in about here, and or you could ignore the coral and you could have got in just below the cloud here at the crossover and the touch of the fast tricks on the 0 line, which is about here. So that would have been possibly a good point to get in, a close below the cloud. You know, M5 rules, switch over into M1 and wait for the best opportunity and take that and scalp that little bit there. Make yourself an easy 10 pips. Took a few minutes. Asian session is yeah, about as exciting as a wet week, as I think you'd agree. So let's just see how much further we can get out of this before we pull out. I'm just going to pause again and we'll see. Well, we just had a lot of movement since I was last at the computer. I've moved through to my lounge area, so I've just come back through to finish off this video. But for me, what I did was I drew a trend line down this way and followed this down, and I got out basically just on the cross of the trend line. So I made 10 pips. Okay with that. It's absolutely fine. It was quite clear that price was probably going to go back through here. We had the reverse direction M5 setting up, so there was no point staying in any longer than that. So there we go. It was supposed to be a scalp trade, but looking at these candles, if I go to the M15, we can see that I got in kind of way back here. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's about 2 hours long, that trade, when I expected it maybe to be only probably 15-20 minutes. But there you go. I hope that's useful. Was trying to just give you an idea of how to enter trades based on THV, and we did a successful trade there. So I'm up 10 pips for the day. I'm happy with that. The risk was only about 10 pips as well, and we had potential to go further. Okay, that's Stratman from Pipware. I will catch you on the next lesson.